Zuarungo Senior High School until further notice. This decision follows violent clashes between Fafra and Kusasi students over the alleged thefts of a mobile phone. The incident escalated into a full-scale brawl, leading to the burning of some structures on campus and heightened tensions throughout the school. ChannelOne News sources indicate that police have arrested 4 students in connection with the incident. However, one suspect reportedly escaped while being transported to the police station, allegedly seizing a police officer's magazine during the escape. We've been joined on Zoom by the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Thomas Musa, to speak to us on this particular issue. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Thank you for joining us here on ChannelOne TV. Now, this violence in schools appears to be becoming one too many. What could be accounting for this violence we are seeing in various senior high schools?
Yeah, so thank you very much. Good evening to yourself and to all your viewers. We've been talking about this particular this issue over some time now, but it looks like it's business as usual. We all need to be very careful at this particular point in time. You will realize that when you were talking about this particular case, but what I heard was that it is between the Kusasis and the Frafres. I don't want to believe that we want to have another conflict, having not resolved that of Boku. We want to have another conflict in our hands. I don't want to believe that that is what we are expecting. Look, the worst part of it is that boarding schools are places where unity must start. There is a reason why boarding schools were set up by our fathers, so that because of our differences, where we are coming from and all that, the boarding schools are places where we can be united, we can be put together, we can be meted together, so that when we leave the boarding schools, when I see you, whether you are a Frafra man, whether you are a Kusasi man, whether you are an Ashanti man, whether you are an Ewe man, I know that we are all the same. All this understanding, unity of work, of purpose and everything must start from the boarding schools. So if we get to have these kind of challenges at the boarding schools, it should tell us what is awaiting us. And this kind of indiscipline, we've been talking about it since time immemorial. But it looks like we are not taking it serious. And it is about time that we do whatever we can do to actually correct this particular narrative. If care is not taken, the children that we are bringing forth, they will begin to exploit the challenges and the weaknesses in our communities and begin to do things against ourselves. It is like a father and mother in the house. When the child realizes that the child and the father and the mother are not together, or they are not in talking terms, and you see the children misbehaving or running in between the parents. But when the parents are united, the children will not do that. So this is about time that we, the adults and the leaders, come together, unite, and tell the children and tell our children at the boarding house, it is a center of unity and not a center of conflict. And I believe that we'll be able to take it out from there and get it done.
Vayo, the minister has ordered the closure of the school as an interim measure to curb this particular violence. Is this the right step to go?
Certainly, because you see, the conflict has taken to an ethnic dimension. And once you have a conflict that has been given an ethnic or ethnicity twist, it means that there is nothing you can do. Look, there are things that you don't joke with. You don't joke with religion. You don't joke with ethnicity and other related matters. These are emotional things. They are emotional things. They are not rational things. So emotional things, you don't temper with them. Once you temper with them, the repercussions will be dire. And so once these things, once what we are hearing, because it involves some kind of ethnic kind of violence, I think the best way to go is what the minister has done. Let the school tempers down. Then later they can regroup them again and take it out from there. So what the minister did is to protect lives and property. And we all know they say that prevention first or safety first. So the minister has done the right thing, and he must be commended for closing down the school. Who knows what could have happened further.
Very well, grateful for your time. Thomas Musa is the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT.